I believe I have not taken responsibility for my life for the past 50 years, and possibly a lot more than that.
And can I just stop you? Is that mic working? Yeah. It is? Oh, okay. If you just put it like this towards you so I can hear you properly, everyone's not going to hear you. Okay.
Yes, and I prayed to God to show me just how I can take responsibility and for where I am in my life. And I woke up this morning just in complete fear. And I think I just don't want to express, because I haven't expressed myself in my life.
Yeah.
I've allowed others to do it for me,
Yep.
kind of thing.
Yep.
Not really sure just where I want to go with this.
But when you say you woke up this morning in fear, do you know what the fear is about? Is it primarily about having to say or speak up?
Well, that's one of them, and takes me back to childhood. I suppose my father mentally abusing my mother and being told not to say anything.
Yeah.
Yes, but in my marriage, not speaking up at all.
Yep.
And still not speaking up.
Yep, that's okay. I'm not saying it's okay for you to forever to do that, but what I'm saying is I understand. And can I just make a few suggestions for you?
Please.
Whenever we are being quiet, generally, and we're not expressing our personality naturally, generally it's because of fear. Now, fear ranges from a mild feeling of, I just have a little bit of afraid of that type of feeling, right the way through into deep fear, right the way into terrified. I'm terrified, and anywhere in between that range, you could say we have fear. Usually, we have a lot of fears that are associated with our emotional life. In other words, expressing ourselves as we truly are is often, we're often avoiding it because of a lot of reasons. Most of the time it's because we're afraid of what other people will do with it once they know what we really feel. We're also afraid of public opinion, or the opinion of the people who love us, or whom we believe love us. We're afraid that the people who love us may not love us anymore if they really knew what we actually felt about things. Or we're afraid that our personal circumstances will change substantially if we're truthful, if we openly express what we really feel. These are all quite deep fears, actually, for most people. And I feel every time a person doesn't express themselves openly and honestly, there is usually a number of those fears present in their life. And the key is acknowledging that it's there, and then looking at what you do to avoid it. And one of the things that you've been doing to avoid it is to not speak up.
Yes.
Does that make sense? When you don't speak up, you get to avoid how terrified you are when you're actually speaking up.
Yes.
And in particular, how terrified you are when you're actually speaking up and saying exactly what you feel. Because that then just leaves everybody around you going, well, now they are all going to potentially make choices and decisions based on what you just said, and who knows what will happen. You want to say?
I really can't kind of put it into words. Am I overcloaked by spirits in not wanting to say, or not wanting to listen?
No, what happens to you is you are so afraid of speaking up that the spirits around you at times just force you to close down, and it's really quite easy to force you to close down. It's quite, from a spirit's perspective, all they have to do is just threaten you a little bit with some potential feeling, and you will automatically close down yourself. Does that make sense? So you're not heavily overcloaked by spirits, but you're attracting spirits to you who want to control you. And because you're so afraid of speaking up, this is one of the main reasons how they control you.
Yes, I feel I know exactly what I want to say, but it just won't
Come out of you.
It just won't come
And do
out.
you find sometimes too the thoughts don't, you can feel what you want to say, but the thoughts don't get constructed in such a way that
That's
makes
right.
it clear to others?
Yes, very, very much so.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that's an indication of how much fear you have about speaking up. So what I would do in those circumstances is I would look at my beliefs and my methods that I use to control that feeling,
Yes.
And then I would actually remember that I need to feel some of these feelings. It's an act of love to myself, and it's an act of love to myself to say what I feel and to feel what I feel.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter what the other people are going to do with that. And that's
Right.
the area that's quite frightening for you.
Yes.
Well, you're
yes.
worried very much what they're going to do about it.
Yes, that's so. And there was also about soulmates
Yep.
and about being married with, whether you'll ever find out about your
Can I put
if you-
soulmate issue up there? And we'll raise that one once we've got over this issue. Is that all right? Because there's quite a few in the room who'd like to talk about that subject too.
Right, okay.
Okay.